Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka Nerdy Girl Creates, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know what today is? It's Manga Monday Reviews, and yes, I did it. I finally did. I read My Hero Academia. So, let's get into it. For those who don't know, My Hero Academia was created by Kohei Horikoshi and has run from July 7, 2014 to current. There's so far 31 volumes. And this manga is a huge hit throughout the world. So I wanted to get into it and find out exactly what made this such a hit. Again, for those who don't know, I am more of a Western comics fan, so I just started my journey delving into the world of Japanese manga. So let's talk about the story of My Hero Academia. The series focuses on Izuku Midoriya. Apologize if I said that wrong. He's a teenager who has dreams since childhood of becoming a superhero. Now, the world he lives in, I want you to imagine X-Men. The difference is everybody, or I should say almost everybody, are mutants. There's a rare few who don't have any powers. In this manga, they call it the quirk. So, Izuku has been dreaming about having a quirk since he was a child, so he can live up to his favorite superhero, All Might. It's been hard for him because all his friends have developed quirks and he hasn't. But he hasn't given up hope on being a hero, even when he's bullied by one of his former childhood friends, Katsuki. Things suddenly turn in a different direction for Izuku when he runs into All Might during a battle with some villains. The kid doesn't run away, and All Might is concerned about him. Later on, All Might crosses paths with him again, unbeknownst to Izuku, as he watches Izuku dive in to save people, knowing he's powerless, but doesn't hesitate to want to save the lives of his fellow people. All Might is impressed, so what does he do? He gives the kid an offer he cannot refuse. It turns out All Might's quirk is that he can pass it on to someone else. So Izuku is more than happy to take on the powers of his favorite superhero, but there is a catch. He has to train before he can even take on the powers, and even then, when he does get the powers, he's got to learn how to use it. So what did I think of My Hero Academia? Well, first off, I really love this hero journey story. This kid who's denied the powers everybody else seems to be getting around him, gets the opportunity to finally be a hero. But it's not an easy journey like you see too much of now in modern entertainment. He has to work hard to earn the right to have the power. And then when he gets the power, he has to learn how to control it and use it properly. He falls on his face a lot, he fails a lot, but he never gives up. And this is something I really love about the character of Izuku. I also love his relationship with his former childhood best friend, Kazuki. Kazuki is more arrogant and egotistical because he did get a quirk. But the minute he got this quirk, he kind of abandoned his friendship with Izuku. And it's kind of upsetting to see how a friendship can fall apart because power has corrupted somebody. At least in my opinion, that's what happened to Katsuki. When Izuku finally shows up at the hero school with powers, he's baffled by this. For as long as he's known, his former friend was never going to have power. So this kind of irritates him even more. So it's kind of nice to see that kind of dynamic. There's some interesting characters also besides these two. All Might, he's this great superhero that's been around for a while, but he's got a terrible secret during a battle that he's now trying to deal with, and this is probably the reason why he's looking to pass on his abilities. There's also a character you probably know. He's been making the news lately with people mistranslating some of the recent events that happened in manga, thinking he might be bisexual. He's a little pervy. Well, I shouldn't say a little. It's a little creepy at times watching him. I heard it gets on more in future issues. What did I not like about this manga? I wouldn't say I don't like. It's more of getting used to. Like I said, coming from Western comics, there's a different style of art and type of depiction of heroes than you get in Japanese manga. In Japanese manga, they're more over the top. Their expressions are over exaggerated at times. You know, it's kind of like, I don't want to say the word silly because that doesn't really describe it well. It's kind of, what would I say? Besides over the top, I don't want to keep repeating myself. But it's, exaggerated much more than you would see in, say, a DC, Marvel, or any other Western comic. It isn't taken as seriously as Western comics. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. So it's kind of like you have to get used to like this very like over the top portrayal of these heroes. However, going back to what I was saying earlier, I love the hero's journey in this, and I can't wait to see how it continues on. And yes, I will be continuing on with this manga, and I do recommend it. I see why a lot of kids are drawn to it, because they're getting something from this they're not getting anymore in Western comics like DC and Marvel. You're or even in a lot of movies and TV shows, you're not getting a development of a character like you do here. Not like you used to. So yes, I do recommend My Hero Academia. It's going to depend really on the reader, especially if you're coming new into this, if this is something you'll like. But I do say give the story a chance because it is really good, and I will continue reading it. And I'm also going to check out the anime. If you're interested in this manga, I would suggest checking out your local comic book shops, bookstores, online. I did read this on Shonen Jump, which again I do recommend, and I'm not getting paid by them. But it is a really good, affordable app to read a lot of manga on. So tell me what you think down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.